I love this film clip because it shows just what it's like to be a salesperson. Here's a guy, he's been on the job for 2 months and he's not even made one sale, right? His job is to pick up the phone, tell a sales force, to make calls, and hour after hour after hour, people are saying, no, I don't want what you're selling. No, I don't want it. No, I'm not interested. No, no, no. And really, the reality of sales is that most people will say no. No matter how qualified you make the leads, no matter how well you do in figuring out who has the problem you're working on, the reality is that most people will not want what you're selling. And so who on earth wants this job? Who on earth wants the job of getting rejected all day long? Well, that's important to know because ultimately to make your company work, you're going to have to find and hire the people that do this job, that do sales. And to start with, you need to be that person. The only way you're going to really understand what it is that people really want, what it is that potential customers are going to buy, is for you to be on these sales calls. Now, if you're totally uncomfortable and you can't be that person leading it, well, then you'd better sit in. You better set it up so that you and the salesperson are talking on the call or in person at the same time with a potential customer so you can hear firsthand why they're saying no. You need to understand what those no's are about, what their reasons are, so you can fix them in the next iteration of your product or service so that you get slightly fewer no's next time, and slightly fewer until more and more people are buying what you're selling. The only way you're going to have a successful, sustainable company is by making sales. All right, so why does anyone want this job? Well, for the best salesman, it's the thrill of the hunt. They're going out there and they know they're going to get rejected, but the rejections don't bother them because every once in a while they make a sale. And that sale, that closing of that sale is just a thrilling thing, and it's thrilling because it's rare, right? If every time they made the call, they made a sale, it wouldn't be fun. Right? So it's fun because it's hard. Great. Those are the best salespeople. Other salespeople have other reasons. The best salespeople love talking to other people. They love the interaction with people. They're people. And it's not just talking with people, it's solving other people's problems. So when you give a great salesperson a great solution, you give them a bag of solutions that they can sell that will solve other people's problems, then they have a great time. They have the meeting or they have the phone call, they get to know the person on the other end of the phone, they get to know their problems, they get to sit in their shoes and get in their head, and at some point in that call, not quite at the end, they get to pull out the solution and feel the happiness of that customer, right? And when it all works out great, the customer buys and they get the thrill of the hunt and so forth. Way down the list for, again, the great salespeople is the fact that it is a means to make money. And great salespeople will make plenty of money. In fact, the salesperson, when you set up your company correctly, is the highest paid employee. The salespeople should make more than you because they are driving the company's revenues. They're driving the income that makes the company possible. And so it should be shared with them. They're doing a good job when they're making sales. All right. Making money, however, it should not be the sole motivation or the prime motivation of the salespeople. Because if they're money motivated, if it's all about making the dollar, then they're not going to sympathize and empathize with the customer like they need to. So whereas the great salespeople are people, the not so great people are money people, right? They're just in it for the money. Try and find the ones that really want to interact with your customers and solve problems.